Can you recommend any specific study strategies for students with test-taking anxiety?
Yeah, around the test anxiety, there's sort of two issues there. One is study strategies, and the other is strategies they can use in the testing situation. Um, and so I tend to think more about test anxiety in terms of what can they do in the testing situation to manage their anxiety. But if we're thinking about study strategies, um, anything that's what gets challenged when kids have test anxiety is working memory, interestingly enough. So test anxiety is a problem with emotional control, but if you have trouble controlling your emotions, you become overwhelmed by those, and then your working memory goes. And for taking tests, working memory is huge. So one of the study strategies I would recommend is, whenever possible, teach kids or get kids to use graphic organizers. So if they're studying a bunch of material, can they pull out the key themes? Like, I always use this example because it's easy to talk about the causes of the Civil War. So you pull out three main causes of the Civil War, slavery, states' rights, I don't know what else. And then put those in bubbles and then connect details underneath them. If you visually organize it, then when the kid goes into the testing situation, they can picture the bubbles, and then they can picture the details that extended from that. So it's easier for them to reconstruct the information. It actually gives them an anchor or a tool to access their working memory in the testing situation. But let me just talk briefly about the actual testing situation, because that's another issue as well. Doing some kind of relaxation going into the testing situation. I had a teacher once who said that when they did classroom tests, she started by just spending a minute doing deep breathing the entire class. She said it made such a difference in terms of kids' ability then to approach the test without as much anxiety. There's a breath technique called square breathing. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Yeah, where you intake 4 breaths, hold your breath for 4 counts, and then out for 4 counts, and then wait for 4 counts. And what that does is it increases oxygen to the brain, which helps with relaxation as well. The other sort of test taking strategies we often recommend is a couple of them. They're two different ones. One is, if you've got stuff in your head you're afraid you're going to forget, as soon as you get that test, just start writing that stuff down, little notes and reminders. It's a data dump, basically. Get out everything you think is going to be on the test that you're afraid you're going to forget before the test. The other strategy is to go through the test quickly and identify which questions you can answer right away and easily, and which ones you're going to struggle with, and start with the ones you can answer right away, because that's going to build your confidence, and you can get it done quickly, and then that gives you more time to handle the more difficult items.